All right, bless up, bless up. I'm here, I'm here, I'm here, I'm here. All right. I had to go do something real quick, but I'm back twice in one day. Who knew it? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? So I saw the fight and I got all excited and I had to do my own post fight conversation, right? So there you have it. Very good fight. That ref was just blatantly disgusting. If anybody didn't, oh, you know what? I'm so heated, I forgot to introduce myself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls all over the world, welcome to the Troy Graham Experience. I am the aforementioned Troy Graham. Welcome and bless up yourself. How's everybody doing? So yeah, but wow. But man, that referee, like I was saying, was just the worst ref in the whole world, man. If I remember correctly, he's Floyd Mayweather's traveling ref. So he's definitely let me turn the volume down on this. He's a PBC ref. All right, go to channel. What? Pin, remove user as a standard. I'm trying to make you a moderator there, Major, but it's telling me go to channel, pin, message, report, remove user, put user in timeout, remove user as a standard moderator. I didn't even put you on as a moderator yet, did I? Yeah, I did. Okay, you're a moderator already. But yeah, I had to jump on here and just give my thoughts about this fight. Very good fight. The first half of the fight, it was planned. He had David react. Yeah, I know. I found that out. I was gonna. I didn't know if I made you a moderator or not. Let me make sure everything's closed. Let me close this other YouTube on my tablet so there won't be an echo. But yeah, the first half of the fight, Benavidez was just. What's up, Jess? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My head is focused on that fight and the refereeing. Yeah, the first half of that fight, as we all saw, that ref was just blatant. He didn't even call the holding. But I believe he warned David for was it low blows, Major? I think he warned David for low blows and all that, but he didn't call. I mean, Plant was hugging on him like they were married. He just hugged on him, hugged on him, hugged on him, and I actually picked Plant to be gone by the eighth or ninth round, and that's when David Benavidez, decided to pick up the pace. Boxing Scholar, the don't is right there. The link is right there. Don't be a sniper. Come close and give me your thoughts now that we're talking boxing. Anyhow, as I'm watching this fight, as it goes on more and more and more and more, this dude, David, I mean, Plant is doing nothing but holding this cat. He's holding David, and David Benavidez didn't utilize his jab enough in this fight. But he started going to the body, and I'm glad he kept his right hand up when he was throwing them hooks to the body, because Plant was trying to sneak in that hook like he always does and try to drop him like he did his last opponent, but he kept his right hand up. But David started wearing out his body, man, and then he would pot shot with the right hand, and he would turn southpaw. So that's just actually a very good thing. Well, look who stepped in the room, Major, Major,
What up?
Major.
What up?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, yeah, man. Kenny Bayless, man. I've said it for years though. He sucks, bro.
Mhm. He's a back pocket referee for the PWP.
You already know. You already know.
Yeah, yeah.
In Spanish, in Spanish, we say "está comprado," which means he's bought.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. That sounds a whole lot better. That sounds a whole lot better. But I mean, it was so obvious. He didn't call one obsessive holding call on the man.
Dude,
Yeah,
it was so obvious from the first round. The first hug, there
yeah,
was no, there was not even a reason for the. It looked like he ran up to him and like, "Oh shit, man, I haven't seen you in a long time," and gave him a
hmm
fucking hug. It
yeah.
was like David didn't even let go of a shot for him to come in and hug like that. It was like he just literally, like, blatantly just ran up and hugged him.
Yeah, and I can tell you this: I'm surprised that fight went the whole decision. But I'm
Well,
glad.
when he first got rocked, look, Kenny Bayless stopped the fight to take him to the doctor. What the fuck is he doing?
No, and the second time he gave him a breather. Remember? And the
Yeah.
second time, and what round was that? Major 6 or 7. He gave him a breather, right?
Ooh.
Yeah, it was 6. It was either 6, 7, or 8. I don't really remember the
I
rounds,
think
but
it was 8. I think it was 8, yeah.
yeah. And then on top of that, David was doing some things that were good and not so good. Like he didn't use his jab. He didn't really use his jab that much
Yeah.
throughout the fight. But every time he got in close, 1, 2, 3, 4, hold, and then he would get held. 1, 2, 3, 4. I got to give it to him for not getting frustrated. I got to give it to him for that.
Well, the game plan was most likely exactly, basically what they said was the game plan was for him to wait it out with Plant. You know what I'm saying? Because Plant is known to gas out.
Yeah. And Plant took some shots. I give it to him. He took him flush. He took him to the head and he took him to the body.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I saw some shots and I started looking at the canvas for him, but he stood his ground, But then again, he was given time. He was given time to rest too with all the blasted holding.
Yeah.
And the ref jumping in and say, "Hey, let me separate you for about 5 seconds or something."
Yeah. Hey, come on, get back. I told you guys on Kenny Bayless, step back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is mad excessive, bro.
Yeah, but you know what? I like all the heat in the fight. There was a lot of heat. Anytime you had me this excited, it was a fight worth watching, right?
Yeah.
So I definitely like the heat that I felt in the fight, and hopefully this is a trend that leads to a whole bunch of fights that are like this. You all right?
Yeah, I'm smoking some trees, man.
Oh, okay, that's that cough. Okay, yeah. It sounds like they smoking you, but yeah.
Nah. Hey, because I'm not really like a big smoker since I was younger, man.
Okay.
I was a drinker until I stopped drinking. So
yeah, but man, but go ahead and give me your thoughts on the fight overall. What'd you think?
no, I mean it came down, like I said, to the stamina, footwork. You know what I'm saying? And left hook, and that's pretty much what David was getting caught with at first was the left hook of Caleb Plant, but then he started cutting off, Plant's route out of the way with the left hook. Did you notice that when he was trying to like run out the way, and Benavidez started lunging in with that left hook?
And I was worried about that with him because you could get caught like that, but he got him. It got him like it was a couple of times near the end of the round where he clipped him. He clipped him and Plant sunk in, put his head on, and he grabbed him, put his head right into his shoulders. His chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw that a couple of rounds. Like if David would have brought his head down, they would Plant would have headbutted him because he came in full force after he got hit and just boom, just slammed his head on his chest.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it was a damn good fight, man. I can say this: Plant did good and bad in that fight. He didn't go down, so that was good. The excessive holding that wasn't good for him, but he took that man's punches from round 7, 8, and 9. He was getting his ass beat up.
Yeah. Well, I mean, from the 7th round on. Yeah. But yeah, man, like good sportsmanship after the fight though. I'm glad Benavidez said it the way he said. He said, "Look, I got a lot of respect for Canelo, but he needs to give me my opportunity now."
Okay, I agree, but I can tell you it's not going to happen right now because he's going to simply say he don't have nothing. I can guarantee you he's not. He's going to say he don't have nothing.
We'll see. We'll see after the Bivol fight because he's already mentioned that he's already going to fight Ryder. You know what I'm saying? That's a mandatory. And then he wants to get that rematch back with Bivol. And they both agreed to it in the past. You know what I mean? So
yeah, he got to leave. He got to use that jab if you fight Canelo, though. He has to keep him away from him.
Yeah,
because he's broad and he's all he does is attack the body. That's all Canelo does. Boom, 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 boom. That's all he does, right? But where does Plant go from here, man?
Plant, Charlo or Andre?
Charlo's not fighting anytime soon. He's having some serious.
You ask me where he goes, Charlo or Andre, maybe David Morrell?
I can see that's actually a step back with Andre. What'd you say, Andre? Right?
Well, undefeated, talks a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that'll be a good fight. That'll be a good fight. Is honestly, if those two fight, prepare to look for a very ugly fight because they're both kind of counter punches that like to move, right?
Yeah,
The only difference is that one is awkward on purpose. He has a
yeah,
timing, then he's awkward and he's not very pretty when he's in there.
yeah.
So you could look for that fight to be ugly, but it'll probably be entertaining. Probably be entertaining, man. But did you see the undercard any? Because all I
I
saw was the
watched
main
all of it.
event.
I watched the whole card. So Joey Spencer, damn, bit off more than he could chew. You know what I'm saying? What you call it? That dude was way bigger than I expected him to be next to Joey Spencer. I'm gonna be honest with you. He looked like a fucking Goliath next to David.
He was stopped.
Yeah, well, they threw his corner threw in the towel.
First loss, huh?
Yep, his pops threw in the towel, but they were both smiling at each other, and Jesus Ramos was thanking him for the opportunity, telling him that he's a tough dude. That, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, well, even the commentators are saying this is a good learning experience for him. You know what I'm saying? It was a ballsy move for him to call out because he's the one that called out Jesus Ramos. Like he's the one that said he wanted to fight him. He turned down other names to fight him.
Yeah, I'll move my water. Yeah, okay.
So go ahead.
No, I was gonna ask you. I haven't seen Ramos fight, so what type of style does he have compared to Spence? I've never seen Spencer fight either, so what kind of fight?
He's a good pressure fighter. He's a good pressure fighter. Solid defense, keeps his hands up. You know what I'm saying? And works the body. You know what I'm saying? And just tries to impose his will.
Okay. And he was just too much. It was too much pressure for Spence.
Well, it was that on top of the fact that he was so big. Spencer could barely get his arms or his hands around his arms to give him a body shot. That's how big the dude was compared to him.
How much did he come in weighing? I mean,
no. The weight. Okay. Remember, it's the same weight class, but the dude was taller than him, and I'm pretty sure he once he rehydrated, must have been a lot more because you could tell the difference. Like just naturally, they both like he was way bigger than Joey Spencer, and then what's called it, and he had a 5-inch reach advantage with the hands. So you know what I mean? Like it was just like wow.
He's probably fighting a light heavyweight. By the time he got in the ring, he's probably a light heavyweight. The guy you're talking about.
Yeah, man. It was definitely something that I was like, shit, man. Like when I seen them go in the ring, I felt bad before they even threw the first punches.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit. Like when I seen them standing next to each other, I was like, damn, Joey's mad smaller than this dude.
When did they throw the towel in one round?
7th.
Okay, so that means he was getting beat from with the 5th or the 6th?
No, he was pretty much. He got dropped by surprise in the first round.
Was it like a flash knockdown, or was it really?
Yeah. It was like he didn't expect that much power to come out of Ramos, and he was actually trying to bully Ramos, pushing him into the ropes. And Ramos clocked him real quick, and he dropped. It was kind of like a quick, just kind of oh shit type of knockdown.
You told him to slow down.
Yeah. Right. So then after that, you know what I'm saying? Like he realized that then this dude got a lot of power, and after that, bro, Ramos was just coming forward, just teeing off.
Okay.
It was just like it was like a very clear from the get-go that Ramos was too strong for him.
Sound like a good fight, man. I gotta check it out whenever I get a chance.
Well, then there was a robbery before that.
Who's this?
Valenzuela got robbed against Chris Colbert.
Really?
Yeah, Valenzuela got robbed against Chris Colbert.
Where have I heard the name before? Valenzuela.
El Rayo. His nickname is El Rayo.
Okay. No, I was thinking that was the cat we had on the show, but that's not him. That's somebody else, right? No. Okay.
Yeah, no. I know that Black and Brown was big on him back in the days before his first loss.
Okay. Yeah. So tell me what go ahead and break down what happened in that fight because I didn't see it.
Well, Colbert he also got dropped in the first round.
Damn.
Yeah, okay. He came in and he overextended and Valenzuela hit him with a short left hook, counter left hook, and dropped him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
That was a more harder punch though. That wasn't like a flash knockdown. It was like, wow, he hurt him. And then after that, throughout the fight, Valenzuela seemed to have the upper hand. He hurt him multiple times in the fight, but the judges gave it to all three judges gave it to Colbert.
Something tells me that Valenzuela is not a PBC fighter, huh?
Man, you know what? He's probably not because he's I think he's in Benavidez camp. So if he's in Benavidez camp, he's probably on the. No. He's Samson. He's Samson Promotions.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's not PBC.
I guess
you're right.
I guess they had a falling out or something in some way or something like that.
Yeah, because Valenzuela is definitely not a PBC fighter. He's Samson Promotions.
Okay. So what's his record, by the way? Do you know?
Well, it was I forgot how many fights, but one loss. There's only one loss. He was 12. He was 12-1, and that last fight that he lost, it was an upset. It was a big upset.
Okay.
And so he came back. He was calmer. Like after he dropped Colbert, he pushed him against the ropes. But when he saw Colbert start throwing back, he was like, okay, I'm not gonna fall into a trap. So he kind of like eased up and tried to jab his way back into another big shot. You know what I'm saying? And he was doing that pretty much the whole fight. Okay.
He was fighting smart. He sounded like he was fighting smart, and he was applying pressure at the same time.
Right. But then they held it against him at the end. You know what I'm saying? And robbed him.
I bet the crowd was booing.
Yep, they were.
Yeah, see, that's
Valenzuela was in Colbert's face saying, man, you fucking lost this shit. You lost. And then Colbert was like, oh, he's a sore loser.
I bet he won't give him a rematch, though.
Well, there he was saying he'll give him a rematch, but we all know that, everybody talk is cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. As soon as he gets to the locker room, he's like, hell no. We ain't going to fight him again.
Yeah.
I don't care how much they pay me. I ain't fighting that bastard again. But
yeah.
But
and then the first fight went to the scorecards, and that was a good fight. 12 rounds of good action.
Who was that?
Phone booth fight. It was Abel Ramos versus Cody Crowley.
Okay. That's good. Well, I could tell you what happened locally. One of our Marvin's back in the day prospects that he didn't train. He's not training him now, but he's the one that got him started, invested a lot of time in him. Then his father took over and started training him. Then he moved to Umar boxing, right?
Yeah.
Muhammad, he's like, one of the three brothers that are real sharp. One of four, actually, but he lost last night, which was a shocker to me. Because the boy is he's like another Sugar Ray, man. He's that nice with it, but according to his father, he wasn't really fully himself last night. He wasn't committed with the jab and the speed and everything that he's known for. He was kind of going through the motions, right?
Yeah.
And it caught up with him and he lost, which shocked the hell out of me because if you see him, you'll be like, this kid ain't never going to lose, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I could tell you when they were training, at the same time they were training, my sons were training. And I could honestly tell you, none of my sons were as good as him. Not a one. Right?
Yeah.
He just had that it thing. But when you don't stay focused, these are the things that happen in a young career, right? Yeah. But I'm glad this fight happened with David Benavidez and Plant. And you're right. The next logical step would be for him to fight Alvarez, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because right now, the iron is hot. So why don't you keep it going, man, and no more excuses or none of that. Wait till Cinco de Mayo, fight in one of the big arenas in Mexico. That whole, I don't know how many thousands of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And just sell the place out and give the country something to celebrate. And at the end of the day, you're gonna have, you're gonna have a Mexican win. It doesn't matter.
And next time we have him on, because I already tried to book with Emily, right? She said to hit her back after the fight, so I hit her up like Monday or Tuesday.
Go ahead.
But what's called it? I'm gonna say this. What's called it? Man, what was your last comment? Because it had to do with that.
What about them fighting? Him
Canelo and him, but it was something that you said that triggered a thought.
Yeah. I said they should go fight on Cinco de Mayo, one of those arenas over there in Mexico. It'll be good for the country.
But the thing is that he's gonna most likely be fighting Bivol this September, right?
Did he? I hope not. I don't want to see that fight again.
Who? Oh, Bivol? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's something that they, that they worked out or whatever. Maybe he fights Ryder. Maybe, but Benavidez fights Ryder to keep him busy. After
Isn't
Canelo
he scheduled to fight, Alvarez? Ryder?
Huh?
Isn't Ryder scheduled to fight Alvarez?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cinco de Mayo.
Okay, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, since Benavidez just fought right now, he could potentially fight after Ryder loses. He could fight Ryder in September when Canelo goes to fight Bivol. And then they could schedule their fight next Cinco de Mayo. David Benavidez and Caleb Plant.
Right. Who else?
Not Caleb Plant. David Benavidez and Canelo.
Okay. Well, you know what? All of those things make sense. You just gotta make dollars to somebody, and the fight will go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's rare that I put on a boxing show. I usually say, "Well, go to Major, man. Major is the one who."
I'm actually. How long you gonna be on? Because I gotta eat my crow over there, Black and Browns.
No, I'm gonna stay out for an hour like I always do, man.
Yeah. Oh shit, man. Because I gotta eat my crow, bro. Because I was pushing Joey Spencer real hard, man.
I know
they think I'm ducking him.
No. No, listen. He stays on for a long time, so you all right. He stays on for a long time, so you go over there, and then I'll come behind you and sit in the chat room and start a fight with your boy.
Yeah, I was fucking with LT yesterday, man. You know what I'm saying? And from the chat, he was mad. He was like, "Oh, Major Key snitched on me." You know what I'm saying? What's called it? And then he called my job. I'm like, man, here we go with the cappy shit. And then fucking because they try to take attention away from TY roasting their ass. You know what I'm saying? And then Haplo's dumb ass comes in. Oh, you gotta explain yourself, Major Key. I'm like, this motherfucker's the only one trying to entertain that bullshit. It's a full panel of 10 people. Even if I wanted to go in, that shit was full with 10 people, and Black and Brown was sleeping, and this motherfucker want me to come to defend myself about some bullshit.
You know what I told LT, because he was running off at the mouth. I couldn't get my points out. I said, you know what, LT, I'm gonna find out where you live, and I'm gonna hit you with my car, put you in my trunk, and torture you. That's exactly what I'm gonna do to you. You know that?
I seen him crying when you was getting that in. He left the panel when you was roasting him the other day. You're like, what? You don't like a taste of your own medicine?
I'm just having fun. That's what I tell these cats. They take things too serious. I mean, you could say the wildest things about people's family and their children, but you don't like a little pushback? Knock it off.
That's why I was laughing at his ass from the chat. I was trolling the shit out of him. And, I was doing it on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Because he was in the middle of a debate with TY, you know what I'm saying? So I'm over here roasting his ass with TY from the chat, though, and he's trying to get me to come up on a panel. I'm like, man, I ain't going to waste my motherfucking Friday morning or Saturday morning, you know what I'm saying, arguing with your dumb ass, you know what I'm saying, about some fictitious claim that you have of me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, and you know what? If Jess is still in the chat, man, if I gotta look at the calendar again and find out when that thing is in Vegas, because I hooked Joe up with brother Kevin Kelly, right?
Oh, Joe's in Las Vegas right now.
Yeah, and there's a seminar, a bunch of champions gonna be there, Junior Jones, et cetera, on the 28th, right?
Oh, okay.
So Kevin Kelly said that he'd be like his ambassador, and he'll get him in and make sure he gets his interviews and all that stuff.
He's gonna be there that long?
I think he is, he said. I think he is. Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
So they both have their numbers and all that. So I told them, if Jess, if you're still here, reach out to Joe and ask him to put that on the live or something so we can see it, or just take a bunch of video and pictures and all that. Cause that's something I like doing. Cause Junior, he liked to talk, and we all know about Kevin. Kevin is well informed. He liked to talk. I forgot who else is gonna be there, brother, but it's gonna be a bunch of champions. Most of them been on the show before, right?
Yeah.
So I just don't remember all their names. That's just sick of that. I think I sent you have the poster. You have the flyer. Yeah. Yeah. So, but
just text me tomorrow and remind me to post that on my social media.
Yeah. So and also I'm branching out. You see me do the football thing today. I don't know if you did see the football show or not, but I did the football thing today, right?
Nah, bro. You did that at an awkward time for me. I don't know if I was in the middle of taking a nap, or I know Amari was in trouble today for acting up.
Okay.
He had like one of his temper tantrums. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he used to have those like when he was 1 and 2 years old at the beginning of being two.
Yeah,
He used to
yeah,
have that
yeah.
shit all the time. But nowadays it happens once in a blue. But today was one of
Hmm.
those days because he was tired because he fell
Yeah.
asleep on the way home, right? And so when my wife tried to transfer him from the car to the room, he woke up
Hmm.
and he woke up in that mood, bro.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then I reached out to Havoc yesterday to be my co-host on the show today. I even talked to him like 10 minutes before the show. He said he was going to show up, and the Bama didn't show up. Soon as I get back on iTalk, I'm gonna
Text him,
get him. I'm
text
gonna
him,
get
text
him.
him the link.
I did. Oh! What you mean this link, right?
Yeah,
Okay, I could do that. Hold on for a second. I could do that. I didn't think about it because I know
yeah.
he's
Because
a
at first when you sent it to me, like I'm like, what is he going live or is this somebody else's shit? So I didn't click on it.
yeah. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta jump over to where he is. You can still hear me though, right?
Yeah, tell him Major asking where you at.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it on in his Facebook Messenger and all that. There he is. 'Cause I was like, Havoc, why didn't you show up, man? There it is. All right, he's in his messenger, so he'll either see it or not see it. Let me see if I can find him on IG. But yeah,
Got it.
because see, me and him vibe when it comes to football, because he's very diligent with that stuff, with just like with the dogs and everything else, right?
Yeah,
So I figured he'd be a be a good guy to feed off of, right?
yeah.
And then the Bama didn't even show up for me. I was so upset. I wasn't
That's
upset,
right.
man. I'm messing around, but I'm like, "What's up, man?" He said, "Man, got to keep his word." But you know why I didn't see the?
You went out. I can't hear you. Troy, I can't hear you.
Oh, I know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah, yeah. Because I was watching John Wick 4, and then I decided to, and once that was over, that's when I clicked over and started watching the fight.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was good, but this one had a
No, no,
lot
no,
of
no, no, no. I don't
dialogue
want to
in
hear
it.
no details. I just asked you if
No,
it
no,
was
no.
good. That's
I'm
all.
not telling you any details. It was still the same action, but it was more dialogue.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah. It was real good, man.
that's what's up. Well,
And
shit, man. Hey, let me. I want to jump off, man, because I got to eat my crow,
Mhm.
bro. But
Okay, go ahead. You go ahead.
yeah, if he pops up though, text me and I'll jump back over here. You know what I'm saying? I'll try
Yeah,
to talk with you both.
because right now I think I'm gonna go for about maybe 40 minutes. I'm at 27 right
All
now,
right,
so I'll go for another 13 and see
all
what
right, all
happens.
right.
All right.
Well, I'll see you over there then. I'll see you over there
Okay.
because
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying. I know that panel's gonna get full and motherfuckers gonna want to talk shit to me. And I haven't been on to argue with nobody recently. So I'm in that mood tonight. You know what I mean? I'm in
I
that
got
mood.
a, I got a feeling you are, but thanks for
All right,
stopping by, brother. Thanks
no
for
doubt,
stopping
brother.
by. All
Yes,
right,
sir.
man. Hmm. All right. I was Major Key, man. We we form Voltron and we do Major Key boxing ever so often, man. We had some great friggin' legendary classic shows over there, y'all. When you got to tune in, man, when we have a show, because you never know what you might miss, and if you haven't been tuning in, you miss some classics. We had Chris Bird on there, and he was crying live on air, which was a beautiful thing. He was just expressing his emotions. Respect to him. We had Randall Bailey, who said that he had a dream about fighting Chris Bird, and I'm like, I could make that up. I could set that up, but it never came to pass. We had Michael Nunn. We were the first ones to have Michael Nunn when he first came home, the very first. Don't believe nothing else. We were the first. We're the only podcast to have on Julian Jackson and Mike McCollum at the same damn time. And that's not it. The legendary Tommy Brooks was on that panel as well. No other boxing podcast has that distinction of having Tommy Brooks, Julian Jackson, and Mike McCollum on. We doing big things. We had James Toney over there on there. He called Holyfield fake God man, right? And I couldn't stop laughing. He said he was gonna kick my ass. James is wild, man. I love him. Then we had Rockman on, and if for nothing, you should watch that show simply because Major slipped up that night. He was like, Yeah, man. I remember when he dumped a WBC belt in the trash, and I was like, no, no, that's not him. And he's like, really? See, now I'm insulted because that wasn't me. That was Riddick Bowe. And he was like, oh shit. And somehow it was Major that made the mistake. But Hasim is like, yeah, anytime Troy want to get back in the ring, I got something for him. I'm like, man said he only bench pressed 450 pounds. Only bench press 450 pounds. It's Hasim Rahman. Okay, really? A strong brother, man. Good brother. Strong, good brother. I love his relationship with his oldest son. His oldest son and him could basically finish their own sentences, man. Good dude. Very good family, man. But yeah, man, that was fun over there. And then we had one panel which was my mistake because I got Tommy Brooks's birthday wrong. So I called a lot of his former fighters to call in, and they called in wishing him happy birthday. He was like, my birthday is still next month. And I was like, oh, but he was thankful for it, man. So you never know what you're missing. Buddy McGirt was on over there telling his stories, man. He told us a story about Jesus Christ. I can't think of the older cat's name that he Saul Mumby. I think that was the fight. Saul Mumby. He had lost. He had just lost to Frank Warren, I believe. And Buddy McGirt said, "Okay, I'm gonna take on Saul Mumby. This would be a comeback fight." So he was taking him on. If you know anything about Saul Mumby, he's the ageless one. He was Bernard Hopkins before there was Bernard Hopkins. So what happens is, Bunny, young guy, a lot of energy, 140-pound fighter. He gets in there, start putting all his energy out, boom, 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 and he thinks he hurt Saul. And he said he went in for the kill, and Saul caught him in the kidneys, y'all, and yanked his ass in. Buddy fell in to hold him because he was hurt. Them kidney shots is no joke, y'all. Let me tell you. Take it from me, they're no joke. So he fell into Saul, and Saul hugged him. He's like, slow your young ass down. I ain't going nowhere. Slow down. Buddy McGirt was like, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Buddy McGirt's great, man. Great, friggin' great, Christy Martin, we had her on quite a few times. If you have not seen her documentary on Netflix yet, not sure if it's still on Netflix, but if it is, just type in Christy Martin, and her documentary will come up. Powerful. Her ex mentally, emotionally, and physically just abused that woman, man. He beat her, he stabbed her, and I think he shot her and just left her in the bedroom and went to take a shower. And when he said, after I get out the shower, I'm gonna kill you. But she found the strength to get on up out of there and go get her father and her brother, and they went over there to kill him. True story, true story. But let's get back to the current affairs that I want to talk about with Benavidez and Plant. Right? Let me tell you what. For this era, that was a very good fight between two young fighters. But what you saw as the fight went on is that one of them wears down, which is Plant. He wears down and he takes a hell of a lot of punches. Understand me? He might be a good fighter for the first 6, 7 rounds. After that, round 8, round 9, round 10. Start wearing down on a brother. And he's supposed to be the boxer. He calls himself Sweet Hands. I say Sweet Hands. Yes, too sweet to be sour. Well, those hands were sour tonight because he got beat up from round 7 all the way to round 12. Round 1 through 6, he looked like a world beater. But from round 7 all up to 12, man, that dude got beat. Like he just got beat. That's all. David Benavidez stepped up his game and put it on him. So big up to David Benavidez. Blessing if we could get him on for the 4th time now that he's won. But you know what? He's always come over when we've asked over there, Major Key. So I don't see why he shouldn't come back after this fight. Bless up and big up yourself there, David Benavidez, and your family on the win. You said you was going to do it and you did it. I'm proud of you. I'm extremely proud of you there, young brother. Proud of you. So, yeah, and I still want to talk to that cat's father again. Me and him had an interesting conversation, So yeah, but other than that, good people, I enjoyed the fight. Anytime I get fired up for boxing, that tells you a whole lot. That tells you a whole friggin' lot right there. You know? So it was a good night of boxing. Hope everyone enjoyed themselves. It's at the 35-minute mark. I'm here chilling. I'm not one of them dudes that like to stay on and just keep running my mouth. I like participation when I do these things. That's why I do interviews so much, because I get to listen and learn from the older cats that I have on, and some of the, there's some young cats that I had on too. And I'm going into different areas. You're gonna see me interview, foodies, uh, people coming on to tell you about your credit, women that have come back that have such powerful stories. You're gonna see me interview, a former, Olympian, right? Silver medal Olympian who had a school named after her, and now she's been on TED Talk and just goes around the world speaking. I'm definitely gonna interview her. So you're gonna see me interview a lot of people, man. Some great female boxers, some legends. Yes, sir. I'm not just gonna stick with boxing because that's not me. I'm too big to be put into a fishbowl. So I'm gonna just basically touch everything that touches the galaxy of social media, because that is what I do. I don't have a vocal point. I am the vocal point. So I get to do whatever I want. The show is not called the Troy Boxing Experience. It's called the Troy Graham Experience. Please say the experience. Please say the experience. So yeah. So thank you for coming, one and all. I appreciate you. Bless up and big up yourself, and y'all have a good night. Peace out.